Morgan Freeman in Million Dollar Baby.
It's this thing of having worked with people over a period of time and having this comfort level, rhythm, trust, and all of that.
In a business that rewards volume, Morgan Freeman trusts the pause. If I can be honest, the man has looked 80 years old for the past 40 years, yet delivered incredible movies in his lifetime. He's worked beside legends and created the best form of cinematic art. Tonight is in scriptures, it's my view. 6 actors Freeman respects the most, seen through what they did together and the moments they addressed each other on camera.
So full of hate, you just want to go out and fight everybody. Because you've been whipped and chased by hounds. Well, that might not be living, but it sure as hell ain't dying.
These two great actors have been part of each other's lives for a long time. From acting on Broadway together to finding themselves together for the movie Glory in 1989, they have both created the acting pillar within the African-American acting community. It's a shame they did not have more movies together. Despite being two heavyweights in their own right, they create memorable scenes in Glory together.
I'm pretty sure of this. When they created this award, Denzel Hayes Washington Jr. was waiting in the wings.
On the AFI stage, you can hear the senior craftsman respect. Even at his tender age, he recognized Denzel's skill set. When you have an elder statesman approving of your work, you know there is a deep, profound respect that passes many boundaries. If Freeman's list begins with a measure, Denzel is the ruler he pulls out in public.
Drugs than it is to cope with life. It's easier to steal what you want than it is to earn it. It's easier to beat a child than it is to raise it. Hell, love costs. It takes effort and work.
We are talking.
1995 felt like weather. Rain, hum, dread. Pitt's Raw Wire meets Freeman's Ballast in Seven. Seven is definitely one of my favorite murder mystery movies. If you have not watched it, please do. The movie stops being a thriller but becomes a structure that literally traps you from the beginning. Partners as character in the movie, but on set, you can argue Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman showed a duality or mirror images of each other in terms of acting quality, one reaching, one reading. When you watch the movie, it may seem like their dialogue comes across quiet most of the time, but it's two characters trying to figure one another, and in this case, both actors clicked off one another. In the final scenes of Seven, the emotions of both Freeman and Pitt's character reach their height at the right timing. For those who have not watched the movie, I won't get into it, just see for yourself. Freeman respects actors whose shoulder dreads without theatrics. Pitt carries it like a beam, clean, load-bearing, frame to frame.
What's special about working with Eastwood?
I think the first thing is he's speed. He just doesn't fool around. You got it, let's move on.
You don't need volume if the room leans in. Eastwood has proven to be a better director than actor in my view, and demands more respect when being compared to other directors. Morgan identified Eastwood's directorship, and that says a lot coming from an actor like Freeman when you look at all the directors he has worked with in his past. Together, they gave us two great movies, Unforgiven and Million Dollar Baby. Pretty safe to say those two movies were golden with their script and acting.
You know, Sally's engine and engines ain't over friendly, Will.
Don't blame her. I ain't gonna hold it against her. Bonaparte didn't think too much of me either.
Coincidence neither, I reckon.
No.
Freeman's Ned is the moral hinge in Unforgiven, bouncing off Eastwood's character, William, who was trying to find his redeeming arc of not being a killer. In the end, it's both characters trying to find the best friend in one another, and Freeman and Eastwood played it perfectly.
In the daytime, then. Because my daytime socks got too many holes in them.
Well, if I give you some more money, you buy some new socks.
In Million Dollar Baby, their bond on the second project is quieter. Banter as ballast, friendship baked into the timing. Eastwood trusts the pause. Freeman makes music inside it.
It didn't do well in the box office simply because the best way to sell anything is word of mouth. And nobody could really get out past shum.
Still crazy how Shawshank was slept on in its release. But Morgan was right, that title must have been a tongue twister for some. Robbins doesn't grandstand as Andy and Morgan as a supporting character as Red. They believed in each other as characters, and as people, you could see the chemistry. Red adjusts because Andy won't let him shrink to fit the room. Off camera, they talk intention more than ornament, exactly what you hear in their reunions.
He spent that break hunkered in the shade, a strange little smile on his face, watching us drink his beer.
The rooftop scenes is one of many scenes where their characters just felt right together, be it Morgan's voiceover or their acting scenes together. It felt right, true and honest. To be fair, Freeman has a great voiceover for any scene. What is true in the end, their friendship in this movie helps translate the importance of friendship in real life. And that's why Robbins, together with Freeman, is in this list for me. Freeman admires faith that's practiced, not posted. Robbins kept the light on without pointing at it.
Go, you know. I liked him a lot when I saw him in Easy Rider, but he just blew my socks off in 5 Easy Pieces. So this is an actor you're going to be watching.
Their movie, The Bucket List, is one of my father's favorite movie because of the true friendship on display between two of his favorite actors. Plus, the film has a great balance of comedy and heartfelt emotion. Nicholson's reputation is thunder with his craft as control. He knows the frame size and exactly how much to fill. Freeman doesn't try to match the boom, he calibrates around it. On set and on couches, you can see two pros trading tempo, no ego was in play, and in the interviews, they admired each other.
Edward, I've gone back and forth the last few days trying to decide whether or not I should even write this.
Another Freeman voiceover, but that following scene catches the charm of the movie. I would dive deeper into the scene, but I would want people to watch the movie instead. What I can say, the movie is a comedy fun show for 3/4 of the movie, and in the final third, Nicholson and Freeman catches and places it in top actor chemistry, as Morgan since described in his interviews about the movie. Presence that can roar and whisper, Jack knows the dial, Morgan knows how to mix it.
And always in my heaven, since I first started thinking about it, I've had one bright light. Sidney Poitier. I do thank you.
Sidney Poitier is an all-time great and one of a Freeman's best friend. It's a surprise there is no shared feature film, despite many sources of information detailing their admiration of one another. In that AFI clip, you can hear Freeman's voice drops when he says Sidney's name, death and dignity. I believe Freeman's love for Sidney was not because of his movies, but what Sidney did for the African-American acting community. After all, Sidney was the first black actor to win Best Actor at the Oscar. That breakthrough is memorable for Freeman, and his appreciation runs deep for Sidney. If Freeman's list needs a compass, Poitier is due north, always. Different gears, same engine, discipline, grace, control. These 6 map to the things Morgan returns to: friendship and admiration of his co-stars. I like to think Morgan has a good sense for detecting good people from his description of his time with his favorite people. And that is something we should all share in the same admiration. Thanks for watching my videos, and would appreciate your support in the form of a like and subscription, and hope to keep giving you great content.